Hey guys, so I just want to take a quick second and show you kind of what I look like right now and different moves that I'm trying to avoid and how you can avoid hurting yourself further if you have diastasis recti. So one of the things I wanted to show you is when I first started working out and I didn't know that I had this problem, I'd be doing things like plank and I'd be in this position and I'd notice that my belly would be really like pooched out and triangulated, just like when you do the test for diastasis recti, you'll see that. And I would feel like all my muscles or all my like stomach muscles were just like coming out and really pushing along there. And that's one thing later that I found out is not good because you're actually making that separation worse. So one of the things that I've been working on, and I've been doing this for a while, just kind of strengthening, so my stomach's a little bit stronger, although I haven't been doing things specifically for the condition, but that's what I'm working on now, is that when I'm in this plank position, you can see right now that my tummy is out like this. So if this is something like when you're doing a move like this, if you look like this and your tummy is all like hanging down like that, you don't want to do that. If you can, and at this point I can suck my tummy in, so I'm pulling my belly button to my spine. I really feel it like in my muscles right here and in my abs. I'm not sucking up, like sucking your belly in where you like, suck everything into your lungs. That's not activating that muscle. What it really is that drawing that back in, so tilting the pelvis, almost pulling that belly button like back through your spine, so that if you can hold this, I can do that. Now, if you're not at this position yet, you shouldn't be doing a move like this. Basically, the rule of thumb is if you're doing any workout move that makes your stomach pooch like that, or if you feel lots of pressure, those are moves you want to stay away from. So other things, like any of those yoga poses, where they have you get into cobra like this and then they have you push up and stretch your tummy. That's a really bad thing to do. Any yoga moves where you've got both legs straight out like this and you're holding yourself up, just putting pressure on your tummy, that's a bad move. Any kind of crunches, even like doing triangle kind of pose in yoga, anything that's really putting pressure there. So a few exercises that you can do that will help with it. And I'll post photos for this and some other videos that you can check and take a look at too. But doing things like pelvic tilts, where you're working on really tilting your pelvic forward like you're kind of pouring a glass of water, and that your belly button is being drawn into your spine, into the ground. Your butt is super loose and jiggly. Other things you can work on are heel slides, so you have both your feet flat on the ground. You've got engaged that pelvic tilt, and then you're sliding the heel of one foot in. And then you're really squeezing that transverse abdominal, keeping that pelvic tilt and pulling it back in. And you can do 10 to 15 reps of those. Other things like doing bridge, so your feet are flat on the ground and you lift up into a bridge and you really are still focused on keeping that belly button drawn into the spine and straight. Other things you can do are just like the heel slide. You can also lift your leg up. And you can be doing things like where you're bringing it down and then you bring it back up again. And you're really still focused on keeping that pelvic tilt, keeping that belly button drawn into the ground. You're not bringing it up. You're not sucking your belly button in and bringing all your air up into your lungs. You are just pulling it straight down into the ground. And that kind of automatically makes you do a pelvic tilt. You're not squeezing your butt with that. Other things you can do are side planks. So if we're up on our side, and again, drawing your belly button back in. But if at any point in time you feel that belly button or the belly bulge, those are things that you want to stay away from until you get to be stronger. So hopefully that helps you guys out. And just to let you know, I don't look perfect. It's okay if you don't look perfect too. I don't know if you can see this, but it really grosses me out when I get this. I can like move my belly around, and if you look at it up close, like it all wiggles and shakes, and it's like, moms, we're all the same. This is what happens after we have a baby. We can get back to, a flatter tummy, but don't feel discouraged if this is the way you look. You're beautiful. You have a beautiful baby, or 2 or 3 or 4, or whatever it may be. And just be so thankful for that. And just know that you're not alone. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.